Hello everyone, my name is Julie Polaski. I'm a senior at the University of Illinois studying industrial design. Now, what is industrial design? It's another word for product designer. Now look around the room. The chair you're sitting on, the water bottle you have, the laptop you're carrying, that is product design. We design products, it's simple. What's not simple is how they're made, where they go, and how they affect the environment. Can we produce greener products and live more sustainable lives? To answer this question, I had to learn what being green was all about. That's when I started my journey with Project Green Challenge. Now, the past 30 days have taught me a lot. I learned the importance of buying farm fresh, organic, non-GMO produce and all of its health benefits. I also learned the important benefits, I also learned about the economic value the environment holds, and how we need to save the beast to protect our environment. I discovered how important it is to take time out of the day for your own mental health and your physical health. All of these challenges have taught me so much. However, there were specific ones that really stood out to me. I was on a quest to discover more about the products we use every day. Now, let's start by talking about the space challenge. Let's start by talking about the space challenge and take a look at where we spend most of our time, our bedrooms. How can we make them greener? Well, you could start simple by replacing your light bulbs to LEDs. You'll save 85% electricity that way, but then with an old incandescent, and it'll last more than 20 years. You can switch out your air purifiers with a few houseplants. They naturally detox the air, and studies have shown that they also make you happier, relaxed, and more focused when working. Now, something I found deeply unsettling were the amount of toxins in our bedrooms. Your bed and pillow sheets are soaked with chemicals such as formaldehyde, and to help keep them wrinkle-free, and chemical flame retardant so your bed doesn't catch on fire. However, long exposures to these chemicals can cause headaches, skin rashes, respiratory problems, fatigue, insomnia, sometimes cancer, and nervous system disorders. Well, how long is a long exposure to be getting these side effects? Well, I found the average person spends at least 30 to 40 years of their life sleeping. That's almost a third of your lifespan. I think at this point, I'm still in denial, so I went online and did some more research, and I found in the Chicago Tribune that 90% of Americans have some level of flame retardant chemicals in their body. I just want to repeat this for emphasis. 90% of Americans have chemical flame retardants in their bodies. So I could tell you right after that, I went online and bought 100% certified organic bed sheets, and let me tell you, I've never slept better. Now, the Zero Waste Challenge was also a bit of a shock to me. Did you know that in general, the average American produces 7 pounds of trash per day, equaling over 2,500 pounds of trash per year per person? 71% of that trash ends up in landfills. We're only given one Earth, so how many landfills do we continue to fill up? How much time do we have before we are overrun with all of this garbage? Apparently not enough. This is a picture of a large grouping of trash in our oceans called Garbage Island. We are destroying by far the most important part of our ecosystems, our oceans. An estimated 1 million sea creatures die per year because of these trash islands. And how many out there currently exist? There has to be a better way. All right, well, so far we know what's in our products is not very great if Americans have these chemicals in our bodies. And we know where our products are going. They're overfilling landfills and taking over our oceans. Well, maybe they are at least produced well. So I looked into how our products get made and manufactured, and I found that today nearly 60% of everything we buy in America is made overseas. Sometimes there are good reasons for this. Some factories are just better at manufacturing than we are, but the main reason we manufacture overseas is because it is cheaper, and because America has all these pollution laws set in place for our air, while some other countries do not. So our solution is, instead of manufacturing here, let's send our problem somewhere else. We'll just bring the products back here and won't have to deal with the pollution. Unfortunately, all of this manufacturing is coming at a cost. The air pollution this is causing in countries such as India and China is unparalleled to anything else in history. Millions are getting sick from this and have to wear masks to work every day. These people work 9 to 15-hour shifts and can work up to 18 days in a row. According to CNN's online global wage calculator, which uses data from the International Labor Organization, the average annual salary of a worker in China's private sector was 28,000 yuan, which is only about 4,400 US dollars. So, in other words, how our products are getting produced is economically unsustainable. All right, so what could we do to change all of this? Well, we could start by doing our part. Every time you go shopping, you are either contributing to the problem or amounting to the solution. There are products that are doing good out there. When you buy beauty products, buy only those with organic ingredients. Support companies that are fair trade and brands that use upcycled materials. The most often quoted definition of sustainability comes from the UN Brundtland Commission. Sustainable development is development that meets the needs of the present without compromising the ability of future generations to make their own needs. There are so many incredible companies out there that are trying to offer more sustainable solutions. However, they're just a sliver in a larger marketplace right now. So other than just doing our part, is there something more that can be done? I want to propose a cross-platform collaboration on college campuses, that the environmental sciences and the teaching of sustainability reach other majors across campus. This means we are reaching the makers, the engineers, the designers, the business majors. These are the people that will be designing our future products. There needs to be teachings of sustainability in their core curriculum. I personally know in my class, when we have a design project, we have to look into manufacturing materials and how our concept will be made. Most of the time we say, oh, that's going to be injection molded out of polystyrene or polypropylene. In English, what I just said was, in other words, it's going to be formed and heated out of cheap plastic with lots of toxins. Industrial designers and engineers need to have a better understanding of materials to make products out of. So I went and talked to one of my professors and said, we need some more sustainability in our class. Is there something you could do? And recently, to broaden our knowledge of sustainable materials, our professor purchased a subscription for us to Material Connection. Material Connection owns the world's largest collection of unique and innovative sustainable materials. Well, this is one example of how to get these majors to learn more about sustainability. Business majors should also have to take a lesson in economic sustainability. That way, if we reach the future makers now as students, our future will be in better hands. Now, I was going to end my talk there, but I figured if I'm the last one to speak, I need to end it with an inspiring quote. So, here's to the crazy ones, the misfits, the rebels, the troublemakers, the round pegs and the square holes, the ones who see things differently. They're not fond of rules. You can quote them, disagree with them, glorify or validify them. But there's only one thing you can't do is ignore them, because they change things. They push the human race forward. And while some may see them as crazy ones, we see genius. Because the ones who are crazy enough to think that they can change the world are the ones who do. Thank you.